Art Museum Spider by Hintze. As rain spit down one dreary night, Art the spider held on tight. A howling blast broke every thread and dumped the spider out of bed. Thunder crashed and lightning flashed. To find a safer spot, Art dashed. Beyond the buildings, past the pine, he spied a most inviting sign. Now he could rest in this nice place, lovely, quiet, full of space. The gallery was warm and dry. Art climbed so high he touched the sky. He spun and spun, thread after thread, and there the spider laid his head. But when the guard found Art that day, he said, "Hey, fella, you can't stay. A priceless painting by Monet cannot be draped in your crochet." Art said, "I'm happy here. Don't make me leave. I'll find a different place to weave." Nestled under stars so bright is where Art chose to say good night. He spun and spun, thread after thread, and there the spider laid his head. But when the guard found Art that day, he rolled his eyes and said, "No way! You cannot sleep here on Van Gogh. That's not real starlight, don't you know?" Art said, "I see a spot where I can spin. My web and I will blend right in. Over on that plant I see are little markings shaped like me." He spun and spun, thread after thread, and there the spider laid his head. The guard could not find Art at first, but when he did, he nearly burst. "I see you sprawled out on that leaf. Show some respect to Miss O'Keefe." Art skedaddled down the hall, where paper scrolls hung on a wall. Art scurried to his next escape, a beautiful, majestic mountainscape. He spun and spun, thread after thread, and there the spider laid his head. But when the guard was passing by, he yelled at Art and made him cry. "I'm just about to lose control. Get off that ancient Chinese scroll." Art said, "I love it here. I have to stay. There's got to be another way. The fibers on that wooden face will make the perfect hiding place." He spun and spun, thread after thread, and there the spider laid his head. The guard soon found where Art was at. He stomped his feet and threw his hat. "That tribal mask is Congolese. I want to send you overseas." Art frowned. All he used to do was shout, but now he wants to ship me out. Oh, who can help? I'm in a mess. I'll be protected in her dress. He spun and spun, thread after thread, and there the spider shook with dread. The guard stomped by in quite a stew. "The Pieta will not do. I warned you, spider, every day. Now it's time I got the spray." Art moaned, "I give up. Looks like you won. Goodbye to all the webs I spun. Back to the cold and wet and bleak. No more playing hide and seek." Art hung his head and walked out toward a garden full of shapes that soared. Bugs and birds were all outside, content to watch the mobiles glide. Soon the guard returned with spray, but he sighed and said, "I'll let you stay. Your love of art can't be denied. but please enjoy it from outside. The end.